look at the topographical map of the Jeddah Street Circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Trainer lines up on pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Hamilton, Sainz, Norris, Verstappen, Russell, Oscar Piastri, Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Bottas, Stroll, Albon, Ocon, Joe, Magnussen, Hülkenberg, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, and Logan Sargent. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. Anthony Davidson will be sharing his insight alongside me once again today. What should we be looking out for, Ant? Let's talk about Trainer.
Well, it was a really impressive lap in qualifying to get pole position, but are they going to be able to hold on to the lead into the first corner with so many quick starters around them? One more thing to consider is the strategy element. How far can the drivers push these tyres, and who's going to blink first for fresh rubber? It'll be interesting to see if the leaders have to compromise their plan to cover off the cars behind them.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. Okay, mate, we might need to look at a new race strategy after that. I've got some options for you, so go and check your MFD. Got that confirmed. Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. DRS is being enabled this lap. With the new DRS, we are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap. Okay, push, push. Gap to the car behind. 2.4 seconds. Ah, fantastic drive. That's just fantastic. Amazing. You deserved that race win. Well done, mate.
It was a magnificent race and a drive right out of the top draw to take the win for Red Bull today. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. That's a positive result for George Russell, who further solidifies his position at the top of the standings. Well, after an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
I have to give it to Trainer.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. The lead at the top comes down after a strong weekend from the challenging pack. Meanwhile, Ferrari have improved their position. A strong weekend for them as they fight their way towards the top. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.